Now serving the entire cafe right from your countertop with a Ninja Luxe Cafe. Espresso, drip coffee, cold brew. If you can crave it, you can brew it. No barista badge required. Barista Assist technology handles the hard parts. Grinding, weighing, brewing, so you can take the credit. Top it all off with velvety, dairy, or plant-based microfoam. Hot or cold, all hands-free, naturally. You bring the craving. You bring the company. We'll bring the cafe. And maybe the bragging rights. Now serving the Ninja Luxe Cafe. Shop now.
Welcome to Heaving Bosoms, the podcast where two best friends recap romance novels while loving a historical they and being confused about slow burns. Hey HBs, this Friday, February 27th, we've got ourselves a watch party on Patreon. Sabrina is showing everyone her favorite childhood film, Quest for Camelot. I'm so excited to see everyone on Zooms at 8 p.m. Eastern. And this is kind of like a low-key, heated rivalry Ilya Rozanov moment for me, because I've heard her talk about Quest for Camelot for years, and now we're finally going to watch it. That same day, we're releasing a big friend catch-up bonus episode on the bonus feed. It was so necessary, and boy, it goes places. So many of you have joined our Patreon recently, and we couldn't be more thankful. So, welcome and huge smooches, Zopi C, Margaret M, Kitty, M.A., Taylor W, and Tina M. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for wanting to support us. It means the world. If you've heard about our Patreon and are a little curious, that is where you can get bonus episodes, live hangs, early and ad-free public episodes, and so much more for as little as $5 a month. All right, this week we've got a queer historical romance that was honestly a delight from start to finish. And it packs a couple of surprises. Here's part one of our recap of A Rare Find by Joanna Lowell. Hello, Sabrina.
Oh, hello. My name is Sabrina Bradley, and I'm coming to you live from Appliancepocalypse.
Oh my God, poor Sabrina.
One of the only joys in my life this week was A Rare Find by Joanna Lowell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody outside and in between and on and off the spectrum. Let's talk about this beautiful, historical, sapphic, non-binary romance that brought me so much joy and was one of my few 5-star ratings of the year because it's the joy that I needed in my life during this.
This slow burn treasure hunting beauty was just delicious.
Melody, okay, I have a question because the book is described as a slow burn. Do I not understand what a slow burn is?
I mean, I don't think digits go into mucous membranes until like 75% in or something. Is that not a slow burn?
I guess like 60, yeah, it's like 60-65% when...
That's a slow burn for me. I don't know about you.
I guess like when I would consider it like a medium burn.
Like, one of the characters has a crush from day one. The other one is just beautifully autistic.
Oh my God, long pining.
And
like enemies to lovers, but I didn't know we were enemies is one of my favorite tropes.
Yeah, I'm really upset that we're enemies, and I just found out about it.
Yeah, what? Enemies? What? What are you talking about?
I've thought you were cute for years.
So before even starting the book, it was like, this is a slow burn, this is a slow burn, this is a slow burn. And then, like, they kiss in the first 30%.
I guess.
They kiss several times before mucus membrane. I don't know. Maybe my meter's broken, I guess, because when I think slow burn, I'm thinking like, y'all aren't doing anything until
You're
like
thinking Mariana Zapata.
85%.
We're only doing minion stuff until 90% in.
Yeah, it's just minions and
all
quinoa.
Minions and football. And quinoa
Minions,
and
quinoa,
graphic
and
design.
puzzles.
That's it.
That's it. But I guess that's glacial. I guess this is a slow burn.
Glacial.
That's glacial. Medium. I guess also part of it though is I've been reading so much Alien for so long that like
Instasex.
Alien slow burn, they are fucking at 45 to 50%. And so like this feel like I don't even know. I'm discrediting what I was just saying about slow burn.
Maybe we just don't even know what terms are. I
think that the biggest issue is I don't understand terms.
Also, I have noticed that my feelings in the book have a huge bearing on whether or not I will apply terms that are appropriate. You know what I mean? Like, I think maybe you don't think it's a slow burn because you really liked book.
Well, maybe whether or not it's a slow burn is whether or not you're burning. And like, I was burning, but I was satisfied burning reading this, right? Like I was happy when they had sex, but I wasn't like, when are they gonna fuck? It was just a pleasant surprise when they finally had sex. Especially because it was so beautiful and perfect when they had sex for the first time.
Hot.
I loved this book.
It was really hot.
This is the sapphic romp. Listener, if you need something for sapphic romp for this year's Embrace, fucking read A Rare Find by Joanna Lowell. Okay.
This is for sure that. Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about.
Plus, we're also like fighting the patriarchy in archaeological societies, you know, the scientific societies that never let women in. That's one of the big themes throughout this book. It's really fun. One of the heroines is non-binary, and they use they them pronouns with their like very intimate friends, and then everyone else either thinks that they are a girl or a boy depending on how they're dressed and like their eyesight, I guess.
Oh my god. You want to talk about I don't know if you do want to talk about, we're gonna talk about it though.
Sure.
Fuck this dad.
Oh, fuck this dad so hard.
Listener, this is a fucking PSA. If you have a parent that you think you're like, oh, they support me and they take all of the credit for everything. And this isn't even a parent. Anybody in your life who's like, I support you, but then they take all of the credit and like gaslight you.
You don't owe them anything.
They can go fuck themselves. And
yeah,
you should
I don't
tell
care if they gave you life. I don't care that they reared you out of childhood. You don't owe them a fucking thing.
Listener, if you haven't already done it, 2026 should be the year for all of us to say, I don't care what society says you're supposed to mean to me.
Yep.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. No, really, like, and you've got so much, you know what I mean? Whether it's just like getting the toxicity out of your life, or whether it's looking at the hypocrisy of Christians loving a pedophile cabal, like whatever it is, grab onto it and just use it for your own peace.
Man,
whatever peace you can find.
I don't even remember what is this year? Hashtag efficiency in 20. Wow.
Yeah. Hashtag efficiency in 2026.
We'll see how that goes. Failing already, but maybe it should also be cut ties. Hashtag cut ties in 2026.
Ooh. Yeah. Hashtag get the poison out in 2026. Whatever that means for you.
You know what? That's efficient.
That is efficient.
Efficiency in 2026.
Yeah. Don't dilly-dally around
that
it.
is cut ties.
Yeah. Bye.
Get rid of the poison.
What you can say.
Goodbye.
Yeah, that is what Elfrahina,
You were so close, Melody.
Elfreda, thank you. Elfreda or Elf really needs to do with this dad. Okay, look, there's a theme, listener, for the next couple of books. And it is that we really wanted to dig in to the new content in 2026.
Melody, I would actually argue that we started that with tourist season, where they are, in fact, also digging up dead bodies.
Digging so much. Yes, you're right. Oh, I think we did discuss that, didn't we? So we're book 2 into our short-term theme that's getting us back in to the new content of this year because we're digging into it.
Hashtag digging into 2026.
So now it's historical archaeology times. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
So basically, look, we've got Elfrida. She is the most beautiful, autistic eldest child, okay? She's absolutely obsessed with her equally autistic father's lifelong mission of figuring out the Saxon and Northman heritage of their parcel of land and the greater England area, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And so the book opens and she's doing casual archaeology while her feral twin sisters, her 6-year-old feral twin sisters, just galump around her. It's fantastic.
Hilda and Matilda are treasures.
They are.
Agnes, the middle sister, is also a treasure. All of them are delightfully weird and feral.
Love them. I love them. Although I will say that when we get to what the twins pull later on, there's not a fucking way I would have reacted like Elfrida would. And that's when I realized that, like, although I am a fun mom, I am a very strict mom. Because if these bitches,
hey,
you
guess
want
what,
to try
Melody?
then running around as wolves? Oh no, you are gonna get your ass handed to you.
Hey,
up
Melody.
one side and down the other.
Fun fact, you're actually a mom and she's just an oldest sister, so, like, this shouldn't be her job.
Look,
and
I was also a parentified, maternified child, okay, with my younger brother and sister.
Oh, you would have
and
reacted to this that way, too.
The exact same fucking thing. You
Okay.
think you're gonna put yourself in danger like that? I will end you myself. Like, she like continues playing their wolf game, and I'm like, I love that for you, but like, it could never be me. I would freak the fuck out.
I think the problem here, Melody, is that you don't know Hilda and Matilda from birth, and I don't think that they would do what you wanted them to do, regardless of being strict mom.
Maybe. I could certainly try. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like Melody in 1816 or whatever the fuck this is said, Melody in 1816 would just live with shackles attached to her belt, ready to hog tie Hilda and Matilda to
honestly
her rump.
in this current moment, I'm not opposed to it. Actually, the other day, we were all driving home from school, and she was like, hey, Mom, when I was a baby and we went to the beach with Suna and Summa, did you really put a leash on me? I was like,
absolutely,
yeah.
That was a leash, child.
I did. I put a leash on you at the beach. And she was like, why? And I was like, because
Have you met yourself?
Yeah. I knew that if there was a child who would run headlong into the vicious Atlantic Ocean without thinking a thing about it, it would be you. And then I was like, and I was really embarrassed about it. And I was like, I'm only going to use it if I need to or whatever. Like, I was trying to be restrained and give you freedom. And then I turned around to say something to Ember. I turned back and she was making a running break for like down a sandy hill. It was one of those beaches where like there is a slope
Dunes.
into just like the crashing fucking waves. It was banana. And she's just running to the point where it was me. I went sprinting after her. And then two people I didn't know on both sides of me saw what was going on, like two adults, and they also started running toward her because it was a death situation.
I don't have children, but I'll put it out there, just lay it all out. I'm pro leashing a child.
Look, and I told, that's what I said in the car. I was like, and after that, I leaned into that leash lifestyle with such aplomb. I was so happy with all of my leashing choices.
Hey, guess what? If I hadn't leashed you, Ember would be an only child. Valor.
Yeah, I would be a shell of a person. You would be gone. That's not okay. No, really, Hilda and Matilda would have a hard time in my house.
I don't think Hilda and... We'll put it this way. Hilda and Matilda, as they are on page, would not be these children in Melody's household.
Probably not. Yeah. Because if nothing else, you pull something like this, my immediate reaction is to tell you exactly how much you scared me. And that is one thing that I have found children really respond to, is like, oh no, I made you feel bad. And I don't do it in like a manipulative way. It's just like, you don't understand the ramifications of what you just did and what could have happened.
You have a tiny little child's brain and you have not experienced the world and seen all of the terrible... You can't read the news, Valor. You don't know, okay?
Yeah. I listen to way too much true crime for this, okay? You can't do this to me.
I read too many news headlines. I listen to too many podcasts.
I've just been a woman in the world for too long, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, these are all things. I'm so sorry. We're not there yet, okay?
The secret is out. With millions of younger-looking customers across the country, Plexiderm is one of the most highly sought-after products on the market. It visibly shrinks under-eye bags and smooths out crow's feet in minutes, and the effects last up to 10 hours. Influencers love it, magazines feature it, and people just can't get enough of it. As a matter of fact, Elle Magazine gave it an Editor's Choice Award as Best Instant Wrinkle Filler for 2025. In as little as 10 minutes, Plexiderm reduces the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and those dreaded under-eye bags. So yes, you can look years younger in minutes, and the effects last for hours. No surgery, no gimmicks, just results. The best news, you can try Plexiderm for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Don't wait, order Plexiderm today. Visit plexiderm.com/special. That's plexiderm.com/special. Paid for by Sheer Science.
Now serving the entire cafe right from your countertop with a Ninja Luxe Cafe. Espresso, drip coffee, cold brew. If you can crave it, you can brew it. No barista badge required. Barista Assist technology handles the hard parts. Grinding, weighing, brewing, so you can take the credit. Top it all off with velvety, dairy, or plant-based microfoam. Hot or cold, all hands-free, naturally. You bring the craving. You bring the company. We'll bring the cafe. And maybe the bragging rights. Now serving the Ninja Luxe Cafe. Shop now.
But Hilda and Matilda would have a very good time in my house in the moments where they're being like spoonicorns. Okay, that I will celebrate all day, every day. Please be a spoonicorn.
You would honestly spoonicorn with them.
Yes, obviously. Obviously. Oh my God! By the way,
listener, a spoonicorn. For context, listener, a spoonicorn is in fact a unicorn with a spoon in place of a horn. If you didn't already guess that.
Yeah. They don't have very many spoons left after they get obsessed with being a spoonicorn.
I am honestly not going to be shocked if after this I don't end up with pictures or videos of you and Valor tromping in the backyard as spoonicorns.
I just found pictures of me with the kids. We made like pipe cleaner crowns, and one of the crowns like was a unicorn crown situation. Like we were all wearing these pipe cleaner crowns because that's one of the things I decided we were going to do that day. So yeah, I mean, yes. The answer is yes.
So
but,
we
like,
open
put
up
yourself in danger and you're going to be in trouble.
Elf. I'm just going to call her Elf because I think it's delightful and adorable.
Yeah.
And so the other lead in this book does refer to her as Elf. And we open up and Elf is doing her little archaeological thing. She is digging alone on this bank looking for information about the history of the people who used to winter over here. And she's convinced that they did, and that there was a camp here, et cetera, et cetera. And then
that all the men were looking in the wrong place because they're dumbasses, and they wouldn't listen to her.
Well, it's because all of the men in this archaeological society that we meet don't actually give a fuck about history. They give a fuck about their name being on finding the history.
Yes.
Every man, except for a few, in this book is disappointing as hell.
Yep. Agreed. Yeah. And so she finds the head of a hammer. It's an iron hammer, but it's also referred to as an amulet.
An amulet.
I was
It's
really
a necklace.
confused.
It's a necklace.
Why does she call it a hammer then?
Because it is. It's a hammer. It was a hammer necklace.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. So she's like digging around and then she finds a rock and she's like, oh my God, I think that this is not actually a rock. This is a thing. And so she does run across the boundary, the property boundary to a river.
No, to the fishing pond, importantly.
Yes, you are correct. So
Yeah,
in the fishing pond, she washes it off. She has confirmation. She's like, oh my God, it's an amulet. This is the proof I was looking for. I can get, like, maybe my dad will actually reach out to them and will actually have, people who can come out and do archaeological.
And there's an archaeology boy meeting with my dad right now. So if I run this back to the house, I will have proof right now to show them.
And then she is promptly shoved into the pond and loses the amulet in the silt. And it turns out we meet our other lead, Georgina Redmayne, who pushes Elf into the water because they do, in fact, think that it is their friend Rosalie, who previously pushed them into the water, and it is time for revenge. And unfortunately, Elf is in fact just an innocent bystander who does then promptly lose the amulet and turns around, realizes who caused it, and basically is like, how? I can't fucking believe my enemy of all enemies just shoved me into the water and made me lose the most important find of my entire life and has put at risk my fellowship with the Archaeological Society, and I hate you, and this is, of course, you're the one who's doing this, and all of this is happening in her head, though, because she is incapable of talking in public.
Say it out loud. No. Yeah, and she hasn't seen this person in 5 years, and yet she immediately gets her life ruined when she encounters them again, you know? Oh, she's so mad. Mm-hmm. And Georgie deals with things like this by trying to brush them off and act cool and smirk about it and stuff. And that is not the right way to handle Elf.
Well, especially because Georgie doesn't realize they're enemies. Georgie, in fact, has always had a little bit of a big, gigantic, life all-encompassing crush.
Yeah, heart-pounding crush.
on the kind of icebergish young lass that lives
the very introverted bookworm who's pretty judgmental and very judgmental. And is normally covered in dirt, okay? That's that's just how it is. Also, at first, Elf doesn't recognize them because they are wearing breeches. They're in full boy regalia.
And they also have cut their hair.
Ooh, hot. And they've got curly, short curly hair. Bronze hair, okay?
So lovely.
They're tall and willowy and stuff. And the way that those breeches do
hug that ass.
Oh, yeah, just show off every single muscle in those legs, you know?
And Elf is like, oh my God, I just thought that Georgina Redmayne was hot. Kill me.
Yes. Yeah, no, truly. I am betraying myself and everything I believe in by noticing that this human is hot.
Not to mention the fact that this is old-timey England time, so I don't actually register that hot is what I think Georgie is, because that's a woman.
Yes.
And I'm not interested in a woman like that.
That's not even possible. That's not a thing
that's
people
impossible.
Do. Okay.
That's not a thing people do. So she basically lays into Georgie.
Oh, she's so mad.
Then goes back.
She huffs off. She tries to huff off. Georgie's friend Anne is there with her, and Anne basically, in any spare moment she can, gives her all the goss on Georgie.
Oh my God. Anne is somebody who you love desperately and who loves you desperately, but is in fact incapable of keeping a single thing to themselves. So you
can't
do not share anything with them that you are not comfortable with every person from, not person, every being from
Every being.
the ladybug you saw yesterday morning to the donkey in the afar field to your grandmother.
To the preacher.
Knowing.
Yeah, you don't tell them anything that you don't want spontaneously turned into a monologue at random.
Yes. So we have our little 23-year-old elf, and who is very baffled now by her anger and everyone's response, because Georgie actually looks happy to see Elf. And Elf's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, why would you be happy to see me? We hate each other. And, I mean, Georgie's like, I didn't know that. So we find out that Georgie is back from being in town for the past, 5 years. She has been sent home. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They have been sent home by their brother, but the brother refers to her as a she, and that is accepted by Georgie. So I'm not going to be as, not careful, but I'm not going to feel bad if I slip up every once in a while and call Georgie she.
Georgie is referred to as she by everybody except for their closest intimates. And
yes. I
don't know. I'm assuming you read the audiobook, Melody?
Yeah.
Did you get all of the author's note stuff at the end of the audiobook?
I don't think
discussing
I got
pronouns
part
and all
of it.
That jazz.
Yeah. The fact that that wasn't done at that point, but
yeah, and it's
the author decided to do it with their the close friends.
Yeah, and because she's basically, the author basically states it wouldn't be unheard of for somebody to stumble upon the fact that he she pronouns just don't
fit
tight, and so they would end up among close intimates. It's not unheard of that would be a thing that you would use. It just might not be in the annals of history and
absolutely
all of that, because it wasn't something that was socially acceptable, but it wouldn't be whatever. Honestly, the author's note at the end of this book was fascinating, discussing the history and the way that she took real information, because the ladies of Langland, is that how you pronounce that? I don't know how to pronounce that. No
idea.
Okay, well, the ladies that they mention essentially in this book, that
the roommates.
Yes. Yeah, they were roommates.
Ooh.
It was such a good author's note. So if you read the book, definitely don't stop. Go ahead and finish that up, because there was a lot of really interesting information.
I think maybe in the audiobook some of that is done at the beginning. Almost not a content warning.
It gets discussed at the beginning as well, though.
Okay. Yeah, so that's I heard that in the audiobook for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, yeah, pronouns, it's going to flip-flop back and forth between she and they, probably for me as well, just because it
doesn't seem to
so
bother
much
Georgie. She's just delighted by they, I think, is really how it is. They're just delighted by they. It just fits better.
It's just so open. It's not confining the way that gender expectations are confining as far as the pronoun. Though honestly, the way that they describe their breasts and things like that, I felt very seen as far as gender identity and things like that is concerned, because it's not Georgie doesn't have an issue with who they are,
her parts,
what they have, all of these things. Yeah, it's
the
what
meaning
the
attached to them
is that comes from by society, by other people. And I think that I would argue that pronouns goes along with that. I don't know that she would be as confining to them if the expectation that came along with she and the meaning applied to the term she or he was not so strict, and especially in this time, so specific and strict.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, because so the other thing about Georgie is that one of the things that Anne tells Elf in her snippets of monologue when she can fit it in is that Georgie is in the neighborhood again. She was sent back by their brother because there was a big scandal. They were engaged, but they called off the engagement. There was a duel. There was some sort of curricle crash. All of this happened. And Elf doesn't have any of the details, and Elf, like, kind of doesn't even want any of the details because she doesn't want to have anything else to do with Georgie or any of their friends and family because, like, all they do is bring on complication and strife and make me lose my amulet and stuff.
Well, it doesn't help that they were raised to hate the Redmanes by her father because there's a family rivalry here as well.
Yeah, because Elf's family is gentry but poor, and so somebody back in the day sold off all this land to the Redmanes, and they're mad about it still. Essentially,
which that tracks. Frankly, it just does.
Yeah. So anyway, we find out that Georgie goes back to the pond to try and find the amulet for a couple of days. And Elf returns to her house, and we sort of get the lay of the land there because her mom died a long time ago, like 4 years ago or something. And the dad, his sole focus is his archaeological work.
It's also always been his archaeological work.
Yes. Yeah. But Elf has had to take over all of, like, the household duties, and she's trying to provide as much comfort and, joy that she can for her 3 sisters because they're all younger than her. And, like, oh man, Agnes is so cute because she's basically like, why can't I think of her name? In Sense and Sensibility, the histrionic one, the really emotional one. She's basically that character. And she's so cute because she has a bosom buddy, Beatrice, who has, like, gone to London to, like, be out or something like that. She's a little bit older. And she's just pining for Beatrice in a way that I think might be more sapphic than anyone will think about. Agnes.
I also had the thought, I was like, I think that this is just a little sapphic family because, like, I think that Agnes is...
I think Agnes is in
different
love with
world.
Beatrice.
Agnes is in love with, aware that they are in love with and pining for Beatrice.
Yeah, it's really cute. But Agnes also is, like, trying to prepare to go to town so that she can be with Beatrice again. And so she, like, practices with stuffed animals around the table, like, doing tea services.
A portrait of the king is sitting at the head of the table, and she talks to King Alfred regularly. In scenes.
Yeah.
It's awesome. You're going to love it.
I am
I'm going to give it to you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of the hunt. But are you getting the thrill of the best deals? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love with the most savings and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores and even stack sales on top of cash back. It's easy to use, and you get your cash back through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app and never miss a deal. Or go to Rakuten.com to start getting the most bang for your buck. That's Rakuten.
Thanks, Ashley, for being here. You are...
The secret is out. With millions of younger-looking customers across the country, Plexiderm is one of the most highly sought-after products on the market. It visibly shrinks under-eye bags and smooths out crow's feet in minutes, and the effects last up to 10 hours. Influencers love it, magazines feature it, and people just can't get enough of it. As a matter of fact, Elle Magazine gave it an Editor's Choice Award as Best Instant Wrinkle Filler for 2025. In as little as 10 minutes, Plexiderm reduces the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and those dreaded under-eye bags. So yes, you can look years younger in minutes, and the effects last for hours. No surgery, no gimmicks, just results. The best news, you can try Plexiderm for only $14.95 $1.95. Plus, get free shipping. Don't wait. Order Plexiderm today. Visit plexiderm.com/special. That's plexiderm.com/special. Paid for by Sheer Science.
And then the twins are just 6 years old and fucking feral because the dad wants nothing to do with them. They don't have money for a governess because the other thing is he's spending all of his time and money and energy on his archaeological exploits to the point that, like, later on in the book, a ceiling falls in on one of their rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And
No, not their rooms. Her grandmother's study, her grandmother's library.
Yeah.
And like the entire book leading up to that, it is referenced miscellaneous things that make it clear that it's only a matter of time, but he doesn't give a shit about upkeep of the house. And it's not even that he doesn't give a shit about the upkeep of the house. He is actively sabotaging it because he's like, you can't bring that roof man in here to do that because he fucked up the church in town. And it's like, he didn't do that.
He's basically so committed to the past that he won't upkeep the property because it would bring in new materials on this classic traditional
At
house.
one point it is literally stated that because Elf is talking to Georgie while her dad is out, which we jumped ahead a little bit, but essentially she's like, yeah, my dad says that the only person who can fix the roof is the original builder. And Georgie's like, isn't this a medieval hold? And she's like, yeah, the builder's dead. Like,
it's crazy.
so nobody's allowed to fix the roof.
Also, listener, I don't know how it took me 30 minutes into this thing to remember, but this is also kind of a paranormal book. Out of the fucking blue, one time, and then it's never discussed again. Couldn't be me.
Paranormal?
Okay. Sabrina. Yeah.
Explain.
You don't remember when they levitate the 600-pound basin?
Okay, I have a lot of questions as far as that is concerned. And you know what? You're right. It is answered by this being a secret paranormal.
It is, and it's the one time they try to do it again and can't. And, like, I'm so sorry. The most unrelatable thing about that entire business is that it's never discussed again. That would become my whole personality and hyper-focus and new mission in life is to perfect this fucking levitation.
Melody would be levitating Melody would be like, can we levitate that? Or like
is it just me and you, or is it me and that person? Is it you and that person? Can we all get together? Can I do it by myself? Do I need you in the room at all? Everything would be experimenting with levitation from then until I die. Nothing else matters at that point. Anyway, never talked about it again. It's just like this weird blip.
I will say, that whole thing, like, there is, like, scientific basis for being able to do things like that, because when you are it's the same reason that they have like rowing chants and things like that, is if you do it exactly in tune with one another, most things, there's just more force behind it. It is physically possible to lift more if you do it at the exact same moment.
No, they're not touching the basin. They've got like their pointer finger on the basin.
It's
not, I'm sorry, they're not going heave-ho and then like doing a big squat. They're not heave-hoing together, okay? They're saying light as a feather, light as a flame, light as a feather, flying as a bird or something. They're just chanting together with their index fingers on this 600-pound stone basin. And they managed to levitate it back onto the pedestal. There's no scientific nothing for that shit.
I may have just road-headed. That's
Yikes,
not the term.
Is that what you meant to say at all?
Nope. They may have. I may have. Now I can't think of anything.
No, keep going.
Roadhead.
Sure.
They may have hammerhead. Nope. They may have. I may have. Anyway, so moving on.
And the fact that instead of doing it again, all they do is abuse that poor farmer again at the end.
Oh my God,
like,
wait,
so
hang on
mean.
though. Charles Peach is the best. I fucking love Charles Peach.
Charles Peach for fucking ever.
Okay, so one of the things we find, one of the histories that we end up finding, I'm just going to say because otherwise when we get there, I can see us completely derailing.
Yeah.
Basically, what brought them back to town, Georgie back to town, is they perform on the stage. They were engaged to, I can't think of his actual name, but his
Philip?
name, we meet him as Phipps.
He's Philip, yeah.
And they are betrothed, and then the betrothal ends because Phipps was like, well, like, you can wear men's clothing in the privacy of... No, actually, no. Originally it was, you can't wear men's clothing ever at all.
Yeah.
And they were like, that is too confining. Go fuck yourself. And they ended the betrothal. But then they left their house in men's clothing. They left their home to go talk to Phipps about something. And
they climbed out their window in the middle of the night, and their twin brother saw it.
Their brother saw that.
So thinking that a dude is coming out of her bedchamber right after she breaks off a betrothal.
Follows Georgie. Georgie to the bachelor man dormitories, essentially.
Yeah.
And then walks into the lobby. Phipps is there drunk out of his mind. And so obviously the guess is that it's Phipps who he saw climbing out of Georgie's window, when in fact it was Georgie climbing out of Georgie's window. There ends up being a call to duel. Before Georgie can stop everything from falling apart, it turns into a whole duel thing. Nobody dies, but there's a lot of chaos. Georgie almost dies because they get thrown from a horse. It's a whole thing, and then Harry, her brother, is like, go to the country!
Yeah, this is obviously you can't handle town, okay?
Which, fair. Because
Go
Harry,
your jets.
You don't even know 90% of what Georgie Redmayne is getting up to in town.
And Georgie is the person who inherited this particular land and this particular house, Redmayne Manor or whatever. They inherited it on their own. And so they still can't make any like official decisions because women can't do that without a male proxy of some sort, whether it's a man of business or her brother Harry or whatever. And when they come home, they realize that like things have not been running correctly. They thought they had a really good land manager, but he's been just fucking off at every moment possible. And
stealing
probably
money.
doing some embezzling. Yeah, he's skimming off the top for sure. None of the tenants are getting anything that they need. No repairs.
In fact, repairs were stopped.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. And so all of this is happening simultaneously. On one hand, Elf is like, I need to find the proof in order to get it to the Archaeological Society so that I can become a fellow, so that I will be taken seriously in these scientific circles. And then Georgie, on the other hand, doesn't get their inheritance until next year when they're 25. So they have to just like cool their heels at home. And in the meantime, they're finding out all this bullshit has been going on that they've been totally oblivious to. And they feel really bad about it because like, Charles Peach looks you dead in your face and says that you're an asshat, and like there's no questioning it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Charles Peach doesn't say a whole lot.
No.
And so when Charles Peach does in fact put the words together to say, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
You're probably an asshole.
You're gonna have to listen. That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah. It was unintentional, but like you are the head of the manor.
You're still responsible.
Yeah.
So then also, like, Georgie's also kind of trying to make it up to Elf that they've done this terrible thing unknowingly. So they show up at the pile, basically. Everybody calls it like the pile on the hill, their house. Yeah. And they're dressed in boys' clothes.
At one point there's a scene, I don't remember who exactly, but there's a character is like, wow, look at that abandoned building on the hill, and Georgie's like, that's Elf's house.
That's where she lives. Yeah. So anyway, they come to call, essentially, wearing boys' clothes, and because the dad is oblivious and doesn't give a shit about anybody at all, except for himself, he doesn't notice that Georgie is Georgie. He just assumes that Georgie is her brother.
As somebody who's just a little bit face blind, unless it is explicit situations, and didn't recognize my neighbor of 3 years at Walmart because I was seeing the neighbor at Walmart instead of over my fence. I'm not
that shit happens to me too.
I'm gonna say that, like, her dad's a piece of shit, but I'm not necessarily gonna say that he's a piece of shit for this specifically.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think Elf's point, more than anything else, is that he doesn't even have the wherewithal to do basic observation in the moment.
Accurate.
You know?
Accurate.
That's all, really. So anyway, Georgie's like, we would love to have Elf over for dinner. Of course, I won't be there. I'll be supping with the soldiers elsewhere or whatever. And Elf is like, there's no soldiers over there anymore. And they're like, oh, guess I will be at home. Well, we'll love to see her. Bye. And then leaves.
And
so
the dad is like, if you
dinner.
marry that man, he's trying to get our land. And if you marry that man, then you're disowned.
Yeah. And she's like, okay, no problem there. It's fine. God.
That's exactly what she does. She's like,
yeah.
Dad, I hate you a little bit, but I don't know that I hate you.
You're just exhausting all the time.
Relatable.
Meanwhile, Elf is also trying to advocate for a theory she has with her dad because she found a journal of her grandmother's that had been translating a bunch of old Saxon and Latin texts that had been found somewhere or whatever. And essentially, it talks about two nuns in the way, way back machine having a bunch of like Catholic gold and hiding it because the Northmen, they knew the Northmen would be coming back. So there's this kind of, it's been a legend, but now she's finding that there were actual accounts and like riddles and clues and stuff to find this treasure that her grandmother had been working on. And so her dad is like, your grandmother was a woman, okay? And no archaeology fits in a vagina. And so there's no way that's happening.
Listen, Elfreda, women brains. Woman brains are full of ovaries.
And moths.
That's where they keep eggs, right?
Sure.
It's just, there's nothing up there except
the only
for
thing
babies.
that could possibly in there is like a fictional novel, okay?
Yeah.
And that's all this has got to be.
She's like, Dad, there's no plot here. And he's like, I didn't say that they were good fictional novels.
Oh my God, it's so bad. So anyway, Georgie finds out about this thing that Elf is theorizing, and they're like, hey, we should just like do a big team up on this. I'll help you. And like, if I can have some of the treasure, that'll get me back to town sooner, and I'll get to get back on the stage sooner, and all that sounds incredible. So like, yeah, let's do this. So Elf goes over for dinner, right? And she hears a rustle in a gazebo somewhere. So she does approach that gazebo. And when she gets there,
Rosalie and Anne are kissing.
And like hard, like really making out on that bench on top of each other. Bosoms are heaving, okay? Hands are up skirts.
Yep, and it is a flash in Elf's brain of, well, that is an option?
Whoa. And also, she observes that the only other time she's gotten like a similar tingle is that time she was looking at Georgie in their breeches.
Nether tingles? Look at those nether tingles tingling in the nethers.
Huh. How, wow.
And
so Anne comes out being like, oh, thank goodness you're not the governor, like the chaperone. Like, I'm so glad you're not her.
Fair.
Yeah, no, truly.
Fair. That would have been less than great.
Yeah, because from now on in the book, because the chaperone has joined them, from now on, Georgie is wearing dresses. She's wearing like day dresses all the time. There's no more breeches for the most part because of this fucking chaperone and the expectations that go with that.
It's awesome. You're going to love it.
I am
I'm
going to
give it to you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of the hunt. But are you getting the thrill of the best deals? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love with the most savings and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores and even stack sales on top of cash back. It's easy to use, and you get your cash back through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app and never miss a deal. Or go to Rakuten.com to start getting the most bang for your buck. That's Rakuten.
Thanks, Ashley, for being here. You are.
The secret is out. With millions of younger-looking customers across the country, Plexiderm is one of the most highly sought-after products on the market. It visibly shrinks under-eye bags and smooths out crow's feet in minutes, and the effects last up to 10 hours. Influencers love it, magazines feature it, and people just can't get enough of it. As a matter of fact, Elle magazine gave it an Editor's Choice Award as Best Instant Wrinkle Filler for 2025. In as little as 10 minutes, Plexiderm reduces the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and those dreaded under-eye bags. So yes, you can look years younger in minutes, and the effects last for hours. No surgery, no gimmicks, just results. The best news, you can try Plexiderm for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Don't wait. Order Plexiderm today. Visit plexiderm.com/special. That's plexiderm.com/special. Paid for by Sheer Science.
So, yeah, they end up like every once in a while hanging out with Georgie and their friends Anne and Rosalie. And at one point, Georgie and Rosalie and Anne are just like tromping around. This is when they tromp all over Charles Peach's turnips. And they're like seedlings, you fucks, okay? It actually takes a long time to get a seed to germinate depending on the seed. And then they're so fucking fragile, especially before they have true leaves. Oh, I was on Charles Peach's side.
Reading this,
so
I
much.
was like, Melody is fuming right now.
Oh, big man.
I feel like I could feel it from 1,500 miles away. I could feel your rage.
Yeah, because there's a field that literally has furrows in it. Like they're rows of cultivated crops, and these fuckers are just like, look at the cool designs in the soil.
One of the underlying themes of this book that I really enjoyed was this recognizing their privilege.
Yes.
That they were not previously aware of. They both basically get their privilege checked, because even though Elf is poor, Elf is still gentry.
Yes.
And so this acknowledgement of I don't know what it's like to be a poor townsperson or a poor farmer.
And privileges on every level, because they have a conversation later on when Elf discovers that Georgie is queer, that at first Georgie was going to do this marriage because she also knew Phipps was gay. And so they were going to have an understanding. They were going to just be each other's beards and it was going to be fine. But since then, and since meeting the two women who are roommates together famously, they say there's more options, especially because me and my partner won't have penises. It's only illegal for men to do gay stuff. It's actually not at all illegal for ladies to do stuff. It's just not socially acceptable.
People are going to think it's weird as fuck that we don't have.
Sure. But they can't be literally hanged or like arrested or anything the way that men can, right? So it comes with so much less danger. And so on like the socioeconomic level, on a gender level, they are very cognizant of both their privilege and the shortcomings of their gender in this society.
Well, and like on top of that, because of the level of society that they exist in, as far as like gentry, aristocracy, wealth, et cetera, a poor queer woman couldn't do that. You have to give it because there's so many things that are locked to you.
Yes.
You can't get jobs. You can't do this. You can't do that as a poor single
You can only get
woman.
them through marriage to a man.
At which point you become legal property.
Exactly. But because Georgie is rich and a woman, they don't have to worry about state-sanctioned violence, but they also don't have to worry about accessing basic human needs because they already have it through their wealth.
Well, they also get a trust fund at 25, which is going to set them up for life. So it was just very interesting. There were a lot of little things that were... So we've talked a little bit, Mel, in general, but like also like recently about books that put their head in the sand about certain things, and I thought that it was handled very well in this book about things not like it's acknowledged. It's acknowledged. It might not be hard acknowledged. It's not faked, quote unquote, but it is acknowledged that there is something there.
Sure, yeah. And
I don't know. I thought it was very well done.
Same here. And I also really liked the theme of things not always being as they seem. Because I think one of the things that Georgie is discovering throughout their stay back at Redmayne Manor, even through this interaction with Charles Peach, right? Like, they expect that they're going to molder in the country and they're going to be so bored. And the only way that they've really seen that things aren't always as they seem is with gender and gender expression and expectations therein and the ways that people fit into it, especially like if you also count sexuality. But then they trample all over this this fucking dirt that just like looks cool, you know? And then they realize it's because it's being cultivated right the fuck now. You just can't see it because you're not in tune with the agricultural basis of your fortune, you know? So, I don't know. There's a lot of different ways that things aren't always as they seem, whether it's with a person or with like new discoveries materially. Anyway.
And then quite, not literally, but textually, this is brought to light because we end up on Riddle Times here at HBHQ.
Woo!
Hey, Melody, how are you with riddles?
Terrible!
Same. Yeah, same. I'm also
Riddles
bad
are
at
bad.
riddles. I'm way too literal for a riddle. Like, the mental gymnastics that you have to do to figure out riddles and things like that, unless it's a literal riddle, like a riddle that the answer is very literal in nature, I'm not gonna get that.
Well, my thing is that I don't know if it's neurodivergence or what, but like a lot of times I just come up with a different answer that makes total sense to me with the clues. And they're like, no, it's obviously this thing. Bleh. And I'm like, I guess that could also make sense. But like, I really feel like my thing works.
How perfect that you mentioned that. Because I do have a quote here on my handy dandy magic device in front of me.
Yeah.
Because we start getting into riddles because basically Georgie rolls in and she's like, they're like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to fuck up your amulet, and I've been looking for the thing, and I'd like to help fix this. And Elf ends up sharing some about what she has learned from her grandmother's notes about these nuns who hit this, blah, 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 takes them down this, you know, textual history of what she's even looking for.
Right.
And that's when Georgie is like, treasure? I'm interested in treasure.
Ooh.
And the reason treasure
If
comes
nothing
up
else,
is...
it sounds like something that will keep them from being bored, you know?
Yeah. Oh my God. Because Georgie rolls into living in the country like a
Ugh.
freight train and is like, living in the country's boring. I don't want to
sucks.
be here. This
Yeah.
is terrible. And Alf's like, I mean, like, it's not that bad living in the country, but like,
I actually really like it. There's so much
Okay.
you can dig, okay?
there's so much dirt. Okay,
Yeah.
Georgie.
God.
Well, so we end up finding the beginning of this because Elfie's already Elf has already figured out some of the riddle, right? They know they have read the riddle. Earthchild I was, skulking in ground, till smelt flames offered a new name and price, no longer earth. I can purchase the earth. And Georgie's like, the fuck could that possibly mean? And
Yeah.
Elf is like, it's gold. The answer is gold. And Georgie's like, well, that is what I thought. Look how smart I am.
Whoa.
And Elf is like, okay, well, that's the what. So the next riddle is the where. And the second riddle is, within my depths, the shadows play, and yet there is light at my mouth and water that brings life. And Georgie is like, what the fuck could that possibly mean? And Elf is like, I also don't know.
I don't know.
So that's what the next thing to do is. Also, I immediately thought cave, which is their first thought as well. So they
I
are
thought
looking for
cave.
like cave information. Spoiler listener, that's not even close to the solution. And then I actually did go
And the
down.
solution, like, doesn't exist anymore. Also, when we get to it, it doesn't exist anymore.
It does.
It's bullshit. No, I know. But, like, not as a landmark, not as something that anybody actually knows about. You know what I mean?
Everyone knows about. I was flabbergasted when the solution to this riddle. This is the one at the end when they actually find the treasure.
Yeah, I know. But the thing underneath does not exist to anyone. That was the weird part for me.
Oh,
Nobody knows
gotcha.
it's there.
Well, yeah, but that's the problem. The riddle accounts for that though, because they're the ones who put it there.
Oh,
to
is that
cover
right?
It. Yeah.
Do you think
That's
they
why they
levitated it there?
That's why they could. Yep, they did levitate
That's
it there.
what those
they
nuns
didn't have,
did?
They didn't have a Charles Peach to
To
levy.
break?
levy it out of the way.
To break against
Lever?
that rock?
Not levy,
Way?
lever. That's the word.
Levy?
Anyway, so they start going through this, and Georgie's like, well, I'm bad at riddles. I guess I'm going to have to practice. Do you have any riddle books? And Elfa's like, I mean, in Saxon, yeah.
Right.
And Georgie's like, oh, well, I don't read Saxon. And Alpha's like, okay, well, I'll give you a riddle and you can practice on those kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then we get,
Yeah, tell him the riddle.
I can translate a riddle if you want to practice.
Ooh.
I create hungry sparks that must be fed, like rubbed against like, warm and then bright. What's the answer? You want me to answer? Georgina seemed vaguely incredulous. That riddle? What wasn't she understanding? You can take your time, she offered. I'll answer. They ran a hand through their hair. If you're sure. I'm sure. My God, this was baffling. You might not be sure. Oh, I'm sure. A slow smile spread across their face, then faded as they leaned closer. The answer is, their eyes darkened as their lashes swept down, and then their mouth was on hers. This is the first kiss of the book, and it blows Elf's mind.
What percentage are we at?
We are 35% in.
Okay.
So they kiss, and then Georgie pulls away. Their mouth was gone, and hers felt scalded, damp, and hot. Well, Georgina was draped over the arm of their chair, chin in hand. Am I right? Alfreda exhaled. You are... She couldn't finish the thought. Kiss! Georgina looked pleased. Like rubbed against like. Those are lips. Kiss. Lips. Flints! Alfreda bestirred herself. Rub flints together and they produce sparks. The answer is flints or sticks, maybe. Flints or sticks. It's a riddle about making fire. Oh. I thought it was about kissing and that you wanted me to kiss you.
Yeah, hungry sparks.
And then they do end up kissing, and then she's like, oh my fucking God. Like, do you think that this was Elf's first kiss?
Yes.
Yes.
Elf hadn't even contemplated a kiss before this.
And
That's a good
Georgie.
And Georgie is the type of person
so
who drapes
hot.
themselves over furniture.
I
You know what I
couldn't-
mean?
Oh my God, just all limbs.
Oh, yes. Just fluid limbs.
Oh my God.
And
that,
competence and confidence. And
I don't know,
hotness,
listener, if you remember my obsession last year, the year before. I do have a type.
Oh.
Or an affinity, a weakness, perhaps, a desire to be lady wifed by a beautiful, lanky, limmy, non-binary motherfucker. Because Georgie is so hot to me. Every time Georgie was described, I was like, you androgynous asshole.
Yeah, you androgynous icon. Georgie is the new Cade, is what I'm hearing.
Nope, not new. Cade has not been replaced. How dare you imply that?
Never.
However, Cade may have been joined in my esteem.
In your harem?
Yeah, maybe so.
It's really good.
So anyway, they have this kiss and it's like, holy shit. And immediately Elf is like, that shouldn't happen again.
No,
we should never do that again. And Georgie's like, oh, okay. I thought you wanted me to. And they're like, no. Georgie literally says, so just to be clear, you didn't want me to kiss you? The disbelief in the question set her teeth on edge. The silence stretched until she was on the verge of breaking, blurting, yes, I didn't, or no, I did. Some mixed up affirmative, negative, affirmative retort that contributed to the unclarity of everything. We shouldn't kiss. Oh, and then there was this really beautiful quote, which I, like, it was really interesting the way that, especially in this time, Elf acknowledges the possibility, previous existence, and historical allowance for queer people, essentially, specifically queer women, because she starts thinking about Ruth and Naomi in the Bible. She's thinking about all of these historical women that never married but lived with others, and this is where it clicks all of a sudden, because there was a point where Anne was talking about these ladies,
the roommates,
live elsewhere, and all of these things. And I just, I want to go there.
They get visited by like philosophers and artists and all the cool people.
And it suddenly clicks.
Yeah.
Oh, those are women who are with women.
Who love each other.
Yes.
With their bodies. They rub parts of themselves against each other.
That's
what Elf is discovering.
They flint up.
They throw sparks with their flints.
They flint. Oh my God. Okay. We're not even at there. No, I can't. We can't jump ahead to that because it's too beautiful.
It's awesome. You're going to love it.
I am
I'm going to give it to you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of the hunt. But are you getting the thrill of the best deals? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love with the most savings and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores and even stack sales on top of cash back. It's easy to use, and you get your cash back through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app and never miss a deal. Or go to Rakuten.com to start getting the most bang for your buck. That's Rakuten.
Thanks, Ashley, for being here. You are.
The secret is out. With millions of younger-looking customers across the country, Plexiderm is one of the most highly sought-after products on the market. It visibly shrinks under eye bags and smooths out crow's feet in minutes, and the effects last up to 10 hours. Influencers love it, magazines feature it, and people just can't get enough of it. As a matter of fact, Elle magazine gave it an Editor's Choice Award as Best Instant Wrinkle Filler for 2025. In as little as 10 minutes, Plexiderm reduces the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and those dreaded under-eye bags. So yes, you can look years younger in minutes, and the effects last for hours. No surgery, no gimmicks, just results. The best news, you can try Plexiderm for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Don't wait. Order Plexiderm today. Visit plexiderm.com/special. That's plexiderm.com/special. Paid for by Sheer Science.
So we end up going through this thing. We basically end up on a romp. We end up on an archaeological adventure where they are helping Elf dig and look for things. They're trying to make up for the fact that they made Elf lose that amulet.
Right.
We end up with a bunch of like different miscellaneous scenes of Elf dealing with her shitty fucking father.
Yeah.
And finding out just how much he's screwed them, specifically her sisters, because he scared off his estranged sister, who is kind of a nightmare person, but also Elf is very aware that sister, that aunt,
would have sponsored them in town. They would have gotten Agnes
Elf finds out
to
that
town.
Aunt Susan literally sent a letter like, send your daughters to me and I'll take care of them and sponsor them into fucking society.
Yeah.
And he's like,
no, everything's gonna molder here. Everything.
He's
the
too
house,
prideful. He's such an asshole. He is so fucking stuck in the past that he is ready for his family to become history so that he can fucking, that's the only time he's gonna give a shit about them, is when he's digging them up to find out their story.
Georgie's noticing that Elf takes care of everyone and nobody takes care of her. So, like, she figures out ways to save money on the household budget so that she can pay for Agnes's letters to Beatrice and stuff like that. You know?
That
broke my heart.
Devastating. So there's a point where Elf basically unloads on Georgie, kind of out of nowhere. And Georgie, it suddenly clicks.
Yeah.
Why
she's
Elf is the way
for
that
everything.
Oh my God. Well, especially because even before her mother died, her mother definitely had depression of some kind.
Yeah.
Her dad didn't care.
Really
she
terrible
didn't know how to
depression.
do anything, like help with it, because she was a child herself.
Yeah.
Trying to take on the weight of the world and her father's flaws.
Yes.
And her mother's, like, it's not weakness, but her mother's inability.
Ailment.
Yeah. It was devastating.
And the void that she left in the house because of her ailment and her suffering, you know?
Mm-hmm. So we end up on all of these things. They come to the immediate conclusion that it's a cave. So they start looking for caves and looking at all of these things. And I want to skip to this because how do you feel about caves? Are you claustrophobic, Melody?
No, but I did have a dream the other day that I followed somebody into like almost like a worm tunnel kind of thing.
Like they did in this book?
Kind of, yeah. And when I was backing out, my hips got stuck and I had this like visceral reaction. And in the dream, I said to myself, don't panic, don't panic. That's when you die. And then I woke up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So at this point, we have just Georgie and Elf because there was an incident earlier with some goats or sheep or something like that. Anne has like a broken leg or something. And because there's a whole side
There was
plot
a
with
ram incident. Yeah, it's a romp, you guys.
Yeah.
The whole thing is a romp. A Romposaurus Rex. A romptacular.
And so they end up, by the way, as you can probably guess, Rosalie and Anne are their own thing. We don't actually get any closure to their relationship, but they have fucked off into the void because they're back in London to rehabilitate from broken leg times.
And kiss.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah, there's
and
gonna
also
be lots.
kiss.
Yeah. That's how you fix broken bones, Melody.
Yeah, it's the best medicine.
That's how, yeah. Yeah. Who needs
they say laughter is, but like those fucks. So
who
dumb.
needs live, laugh, laudanum when you can kiss instead?
That's
you
right.
know?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I kind of want that.
Released.
I kind of want a live, laugh, love sign that says live, laugh, laudanum in my house now.
That would be really fun. Only if it was a cross stitch. That would be even better. I was just
thinking it would be perfect for a cross stitch, especially if I put it like on my medicine cabinet.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Did I tell you that in my hallway bathroom, so as we've discussed on pod, I no longer bleed monthly, but I do still have friends who visit that do bleed regularly, you know? And so I would like things like that in my hallway bathroom, and I have decided that I want there to be a cabinet, and this is where I'm going to keep first aid for people to easily get to, and tampons, and I want to paint on the cabinet, "Oh no, help, I'm bleeding."
Love that. Yes,
and
please.
That's where the first aid in the period situation is. I'm really excited about it. I have all these plans. I don't paint, but I'm going to put it on there. Maybe I'll cross
Do it. Hell yeah.
And now it'll be joined with Live, Laugh, Laudanum.
Maybe we can get an accountability something or other started with like each room in your house, you know, because you do only have 5 months before everything goes to the dump.
Don't remind me! I was stressing about that I was stressing so hard. I literally looked around my house and went, oh no!
No, the only responsible thing to do as your friend and a person who loves you is to remind you that you have 5 months.
Is it really 5?
Yeah.
March, April, May, June. Oh my god.
4 months.
Oh my god, to the day it is 5 months minus 1 day because it is July 4th that my friend will come and throw all of the boxes out.
Yeah.
Oh god. Anyway.
So let's do an accountability thing. You know, we can trade like you get your dining room unpacked or whatever, and I'll clean up my office.
Oh, my dining room is unpacked because my chest freezer has space to be plugged in there to take over for the fact that you know.
Fine, bedroom. I don't give a shit. You're being pedantic, okay?
The irony that you picked the only 2 rooms in my house that are unpacked.
But also, I need somebody to make me clean my office. It's a horror show in there. So bad.
You literally could have said office because I'm sitting in my office right now and it is rough.
Okay, all right, fair. Let's trade office accountabilities.
Oh god. Anyway, I'm not committing to anything right now. I have to buy a
5
dryer
months.
and a refrigerator, okay?
5 months.
I feel like I'm I should be given an allowance for at least 2 weeks, okay? Appliancepocalypse, Melody!
You're right.
So anyway, we end up on these they're like journeying up and down rivers. They're like, we see so many scenes of them like longing for each other, and like they have this tentative friendship thing going on now, because at one point Elf was like, "We're not friends, go fuck yourself," and Georgie's like,
"We're not. We could be."
But like,
and she's like, would we be friends that don't like each other? And Georgie's like, I mean, we don't have to be. We could be actual friends. Well, that's because, so they get stuck in this cave, right? They end up digging into this submerged cave underneath a bunch of limestone. I was very confused. It doesn't actually matter. What matters is they get stuck in there together.
Very importantly, her ex-betrothed has shown up in town. Phipps is an adorable
drunk
fop.
Yes.
Who, spoiler alert, ends up falling in love with Charles Peach. Peach ends up falling in love back with him. And the little snippets of them getting closer that we witness all throughout this book
made my heart
everything.
Sing.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. So, especially because Charles Peach is like so burly and so stoic, you know?
Oh my god.
And then Phipps is just a big gay disaster. And that's so cute in a totally different way. He always talks about how he's slept his way through half of the House of Commons.
It's very funny.
I really liked it.
Like at one point, Georgie, when they realize that Phipps is into Charles, is like, oh man, you're going to break the heart of the House of Commons. And Phipps is like, been there, done that.
Been there,
It's
done
fine.
that.
They'll live.
Also, he keeps on proposing to anyone with visible feminine features. It does not matter who they are or anything.
He
because he's
literally proposes to Elf, basically.
Yeah.
He's like, I mean, we could get married.
Yeah.
Why don't we
How
get
do you feel
married?
about marriage to me?
And she's like, I've done almost nothing except see you red-faced and drunk in bushes, so
Yeah.
no thank you.
And the only person I've ever kissed is your former fiance. But we don't,
Mhm.
but that's not a factor in my life at all. Elf thinks to herself, it doesn't matter. I'll never do it again. That's where we're going to stop for today. We'll be back tomorrow with the second half of this dirty historical. Do you see what I did there? Dirty? You know, digging? Archaeology? All right, I'll see myself out. Heaving Bosoms is produced by us, Melody Carlisle and Sabrina Bradley. Editing is done by me, Melody Carlisle. Our theme music is by the incredible singer-songwriter Brittany Fonts, and our art is by the ultra-talented author Kate Pryor. If you like our show, remember to follow us on your favorite podcast app, rate us 5 stars, and leave a review. That one small action is a huge way to help the show. If you want to get in touch with us for advertising inquiries or anything else, you can email us at heavingbosomspodcast@gmail.com. If you want more of us, visit patreon.com/heavingbosomspodcast. You can also find us on Instagram at Heaving Bosoms, on TikTok at Heaving_Bosoms, and in our Facebook group, the Heaving Bosoms Geriatric Friendship Cult. See you tomorrow.
It's awesome. You're going to love it.
I am
I'm
going
to give it to you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of the hunt. But are you getting the thrill of the best deals? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love with the most savings and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores and even stack sales on top of cash back. It's easy to use, and you get your cash back through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app and never miss a deal. Or go to Rakuten.com to start getting the most bang for your buck. That's RAKUTEN.
Thanks, Ashley, for being here. You are.
The secret is out. With millions of younger-looking customers across the country, Plexiderm is one of the most highly sought-after products on the market. It visibly shrinks under eye bags and smooths out crow's feet in minutes, and the effects last up to 10 hours. Influencers love it, magazines feature it, and people just can't get enough of it. As a matter of fact, Elle magazine gave it an Editor's Choice Award as Best Instant Wrinkle Filler for 2025. In as little as 10 minutes, Plexiderm reduces the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and those dreaded under-eye bags. So yes, you can look years younger in minutes, and the effects last for hours. No surgery, no gimmicks, just results. The best news, you can try Plexiderm for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Don't wait, order Plexiderm today. Visit plexiderm.com/special. That's plexiderm.com/special. Paid for by Sheer Science.
Hey, want a cookie? Oh, I know you just ate, so you're craving something a little sweet. Besides, one cookie isn't gonna kill you. How about half? Just a bite? Bite it. Bite it. Bite it.
Food noise isn't fair, but Mochi Health is. Your affordable GLP-1 source that puts you on a path to successful weight loss by quieting food noise.
Bite it!
Shh. Learn more at joinmochi.com. Mochi members have access to licensed physicians and nutritionists. Results may vary.